Change my heart, oh God, make it ever true. Change my heart, oh God, may I be like you. You are the potter, I am the clay. Mold me and make me, this is what I pray. Change my heart, oh God, make it ever true. Change my heart, oh God, may I be like you.
Good morning. Thank you for joining us on a very special Sunday. This Sunday is God's Work Our Hands Sunday. And it's a Sunday in which we worship God by serving our neighbors. And so today you won't find online a worship service put together with music and a sermon and communion. Instead, the people of Faith Lutheran Church have gathered this morning outside, cleaning up our local creek. That's how we're going to worship God today, by tending to nature. You see, in Genesis chapter 2, it says that God creates Adam and places Adam in the garden to till it and keep it. Literally, God creates humans to take care of the garden that God has made on this earth. What's fascinating is that when Adam and Eve are ultimately kicked out of the Garden of Eden, their grandchildren go and build cities. And cities become a symbol in the Bible of humans' fall, of the realities we try to create away and apart from God's goodness. But then at the very end of the Bible, in the book of Revelation, we have an image of a new heaven and a new earth, and at the heart of this new earth is a new Jerusalem, a city which has been transformed. And this New Jerusalem is a city that has a river flowing through its center, a river lined with trees. What had started off as the Garden of Eden, our first paradise where we were with God, that paradise has found a way to live in the heart of a human city. To say the world that God creates and the world that humans create become reconciled. That is our hope as people of faith, that our reality and God's reality can become one in the end. But until that day happens, we are called to till and keep this garden that God has made. I am so grateful that Chico is a city that has a river running through its heart with trees lining on other side. Truly, we are built on the model of the New Jerusalem. And so I encourage you, if you are watching us here, to worship God today by going outside. If you are able, maybe there's a park or a creek near where you are, and you can pick up trash and help clean it up. Or maybe there's a neighbor beside you who needs help with their garden or their yard. You know where you have been planted, and I encourage you today to grow in your faith by worshiping God through serving your neighbor. Amen.
Good morning, everybody, and happy God's Work Our Hands Sunday. You know, our psalm today talked about streams and trees that happen to be by streams, and we have a tree here in the front yard of our church. We don't have a stream, but we do have a tree. We do have fountain back in the columbarium, though, that has some trees. But today we are not gathering together here in the church to have regular worship. We are taking care of God's creation. We are helping the trees that are by rivers. We are going to be doing cleanup at the creek. And for those of you who aren't joining us at the creek, I want to encourage you to do your own cleanup or care for creation project. You can walk around your neighborhood and clean up trash and litter. You could help plant some flowers and trees and things like that in a garden. You can help clean out somebody else's garden with permission from the garden owners. You can do all sorts of things for Care for Creation. You can even make dog and cat treats for the animals that live in your neighborhood that you're friends with, because I've never met a cat or a dog that doesn't like a treat. The important part is that on God's Work Our Hands Sunday, we look at all of creation, we look at our world, and we see what can we do with our hands to help make the world a beautiful place and to be kind and loving to all of our neighbors, including trees and animals and plants and rivers. So today we will gather independently and do our projects, and it'll be a great day. But before we head out into the world to do these things, let's have a prayer together. Repeat after me. Dear God, thank you for loving us. Help us to love you, and help us to love our neighbors and care for creation. Amen.